Right, so fall in San Diego may not bring a crisp chill, but it does bring one tradition families look forward to every year: apple picking up in Julian. It's a seasonal outing that's as fun for kids as it is for parents. And today we have local mommy blogger and popular Instagram influencer. She's on TikTok too, Sandra Page. She's the mom behind Playdates and Pints. Sandra, thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so, and I have to say, Sandra and I are friends in real life, which is so fun to have her here. And she's a fun mom to have in your life too. She helps keep me organized, and that's what you're doing here on our very first show for our new 3 p.m. show that's streaming on CBS 8+. So I'm super stoked you're here. Let's talk about apple picking in Julian.
Yes, let's do it.
You have 4 little girls.
A lot of them.
Somehow you get everybody up there. So tell us, is this a day outing?
So we've done it both ways. We've done the day trip with a little bit of car sickness. It can kind of delay it a little bit. So the past couple of years, we've done weekend trips where we actually rent a house in Julian downtown and take 2 nights and kind of do it the right way, do everything we can. But you can totally manage it as a day trip as well, for sure.
That's a really good point, because the one time that I took my daughter when she was like 2, she got motion sick on the way up, and that kind of...
It's hard. It's definitely a windy road towards the end there. So if you have kids that get car sick, I would take your time and definitely maybe turn it into a weekend to add some time.
Yeah, that's good to keep in mind for sure. So how do you pick which orchard you're going to? I'm loving these videos. It's so much fun. I mean, they're prepared for families to come up there.
They're ready for it, especially after last year's harvest wasn't that great. They're excited for us to come back this year. It's hard to pick which one. There's a wide variety of options for you. I think that the most popular one is Vulcan Valley. It's definitely the largest that they have, the busiest on the weekends for sure. And from my understanding, it's one of the only ones that you can walk into without a reservation. So that is definitely the most popular one, I think, in the area. Just for ease of, you can show up when you want to and you can get in.
Vulcan Orchard. Is that like right on the main drag when you're driving into town? You'll see it?
It is. They're all a little spread out, but it's right outside of town. It's not far. And it's actually there's 2 wineries right next door. So that might be helpful as well.
Yeah. And so, but I didn't realize that the others that you need reservations.
From my understanding, I think all of the other ones you need reservations. I think that as the apple picking, like the harvests have gotten smaller and smaller, they try to make sure they have enough for people. So they don't want people to show up and then get turned away. Okay. So I think more and more of them are going to a reservation system.
Okay, interesting. So how much does it cost? I mean, is it by the bag? Is it by the apple?
That would be awful if it was by the apple. So it's mostly, most of the orchards require admission, usually only a couple bucks. And that's really just to mark your reservation. And then on average, the bag of apples, which is like, enough to make a couple pies, is about $20. So I would expect that. Not every orchard requires you to have a bag per person. So you can, help your kids pick apples if you want to just get 1 bag. But most of them do require some admission for everybody that's entering.
How long should you consider staying? So once you get there, you've unloaded the kids in the car. Oh, and also P.S., it's warm. It's hot. When I went up there, it was hot.
It's so hot. And I know everybody wants those cute pictures of their kids in flannel picking apples. It's not the time, guys. It's just not the time. You gotta wear some tank tops, some dresses that let the breeze go in. It is hot in Julian still, and it will be for the whole apple picking season, I think.
Yeah, you know what? I took Nyla in the cutest little red dress for red apples, and it was so hot, and her face was as red as the dress and the apples. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, it gets really hot, and you don't expect it because you think like apples, harvest, fall, but no. Bring tank tops, layer up if you want, but bring the cute flannel outfits, pop them on real quick, and then take them off after you take the picture.
For sure. So how long would you give it? Do you give it for your girls how much time do you allot for that?
I would give yourself maybe an hour and a half for any of the good ones. Our favorite is actually Crosscut Farm. It's super close. It's like across the street from Vulcan Valley. Smaller run organization. It's a grandpa and grandma, and then their son is also has businesses in Julian. So he's actually, I think the son is Fort Cross Adventure. So it's Crosscut Farm.
That's cool.
And they are reservation only, but it's small. and it's only open for 1 week. So you got to snag your reservations quickly. And then it's about an hour and a half experience, and he shows you how to make cider. It's a small thing. You're not worried about parking. You know you have a place in line, and it's great. It's great. But
Okay.
yeah, an hour and a half.
That's
is
the
plenty.
video that we're watching now. The girls are making cider. So that's at Crosscut. That's so cute.
It's so fun.
So when do we need to start making reservations? When do they start opening?
Yesterday would have been great. Today, a lot of them are still wide open. So if you snag your reservation, I would do it soon so that you can make sure you get where you want to go. Also, of course, Vulcan Valley is always available. So as long as they don't run out of apples, you can always head over there. But I'm pretty sure that most of the orchards that have an opening date already have reservations open. A couple of them are still waiting to have an official opening date, but I would guess mid-September for most of them.
Okay, so if somebody, maybe people have gone to Julian, maybe just ridden up there and come back down, what else can you do that day? I mean, you can eat a piece of Julian apple pie, I know that.
At least one. So our favorite place to go for lunch is actually, it's shocking, Julian Beer Co. They have amazing barbecue, great pizza, awesome space outside for the kids to run around, and nobody's judging you for having children, so it's great. And that's right in the main drag. So you can go get pie at Mom's right after, go to the candy store. There's also Fort Cross Adventures, which is what we usually do. It has a lot of like the old timey adventure stuff like axe throwing and rock climbing and hay rides and petting zoos. It's a really great spot to kind of make sure your day is worth the drive.
Okay, what's the name of it again?
Fort Cross Adventures.
Fort Cross Adventure. I had not heard of that. Okay, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Before I let you go, something I love about your page, Sandra, is that you do what to do around San Diego. I mean, you're really organized with it, which is great for moms like me who are not as organized. So like you did one the other day that's San Diego's most epic playgrounds, and you've got a list, and it's a good graphic, and so I can, okay, let's go check those out and check them off the list.
Easy.
But also what I love is you start the beginning of the month. Okay, here's some really cool things. Here are highlights for the month of September around San Diego. Do you have any already organized for September?
Oh, I'm so excited for September. All the pumpkin patches open, which I mean, there's so many. You have to go to all of them to see what's going on. Legoland also has its famous Brick or Treat, which is their Halloween event, which is a special ticketed situation. So make sure to grab your tickets for those early as well. And then the Miramar Air Show. You can't have September in San Diego without the air show. So those are all some great events coming to town this month.
Okay, so go to Playdates and Pints on Instagram. That's where I follow you, and also on TikTok. And you can see all of these listed out and start following Sandra. Then you can have your own tips and life hacks for dragging kids around San Diego County, which we're all doing happily and having a good time. Sandra Page, thanks so much for joining me. Let's do this again.
Thank you. Let's do it. Let's do it again.